So yes, I was having a conversation with the guy, and he was talking about how white people, they make rules and they don't follow their own rules, and they tell you not to have sex with people that's underage, which you shouldn't. But then they turn around, they do it themselves. And he was talking about Game of Thrones, how white people in Europe, how they had it where if a young lady started her period, then she was okay, or they feel like she was old enough to marry and have children with. And I said I disagree, because just because she's has a menstrual cycle doesn't mean that she's ready for sex. Because I started my period when I was 10, and let's face it, you have grown women that have babies and they die in childbirth. So teenagers, they would definitely die in childbirth. And I feel like a lot of this is because older men want to have control over the young girls. Because if they was to deal with somebody their age would not put up with a lot of stuff like a young girl would. And a young girl, she's able to be manipulated mentally and emotionally, okay, more so than somebody the man's own age. Even if it's a situation where the young lady is grown, she's in her 20s, and the man is in his, let's say, his 40s or 50s, it's going to be easier for him to manipulate her because she's younger than somebody his own age. And then the tolerance level is also going to be more. She's going to have more tolerance, the younger girl, instead of the older woman. And then, men try to bring up and say, as an excuse for the reason why they want to be with younger women is, oh, you have to have babies young, so, because you ladies, you can't have children when you get to a certain age because of menopause. That's true. But some men, they use that as an excuse to do things that they know they shouldn't do, like in the case of, you know, Jeff Epstein and, R. Kelly, of course. So I feel like, unfortunately, a lot of men and women too have has pedophile tendencies, and that's just not cool. Either way it goes, you know, that if it was the other way around and it's a lady that wants to be with a young man that's 16 or 17 years old, that it's not acceptable. In my opinion, it's not acceptable. So tell me, what do you think about this? Because I feel like, that it's wrong, and I feel like the society is trying to normalize things that should not be normalized, and they're trying to use, different situations. Also, and he also had mentioned something about the Virgin Mary, and saying that, okay, if that's the case, then wouldn't God be a pedophile if, he had sex with or impregnated the Virgin Mary? And I feel like that's not a good talking point, because you can't, you can't use that as a good talking point, because it's not proven to be true or proven to be real, So that wouldn't give anybody an excuse to be able to be with somebody that's underage, you know. So tell me, what do you think? Do you think that people who think that way, and they try to use European culture or African culture, or they try to use, religion as excuses to be with younger people, do you think they have pedophile tendencies? Yes or no? I'm looking for your comments, because I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say about this particular topic. And also something else too that my friend had mentioned, because she said that if a man was to look at her nieces, then she would just basically, beat their ass with a bat. And I totally agree with her 100%. And I feel like, any person, any man or any woman that would say something like that, I feel like they won't just get beat up, but somebody might try to kill them too, you know, because they're doing things that they know they shouldn't be doing. So anyways, please like, share, and subscribe. And make sure that you hit the notification bell, to know when I drop a new video.